Alright, so I just wanted to put together a little video of this wheel disassembly and repair that I had to do recently for my Motocaddy 2013 Motocaddy M1 Pro, yeah. Anyways, basically there's a clutch inside these wheels. It's directional, of course, so there's a right wheel, a left wheel. They're not interchangeable. And my left wheel was seized. This is the right wheel. I'm just taking it apart to clean to show the process. My left wheel was seized, and I looked around. Nowhere has one in stock. So I was like, okay, it's seized. Nowhere has one to buy, so I may as well. I mean, it seems simple enough. There's screws I can see inside of it when I got it apart. So let's see if I can rebuild it. And I did. I didn't have to buy anything. I just cleaned it. I re-greased it. It really wasn't that hard. So I figured why not make a video, because this is an old caddy, and if anybody's using it like me to save a bit of money, they got it used maybe, or they've just had it for a long time, anything you can do to make things last helps. So yeah, to start off, on the inside of the wheel where it engages with the axle, there's 3 tiny Phillips head screws. Oh yeah, I should say, these are all the tools I used. Well, really, these are the tools I used the first time I did it. I had a bunch of picks, and I'll show you why in a little bit, and the Phillips obviously for these, and there's more later. And then this set of pliers, if you have better pliers than these, it'd be nice, and I do. These are the ones I had right on hand. So anyways, keep all 3 of these screws handy when you take them out. Oh yeah, and then this is what you should have. These are I don't know, they have different names: circlip pliers, snap ring pliers. Basically they make internal and external. Mine are the channel lock 927, I guess, and they do both. I love these. I have them at work. I just bought a set for home after doing this once. I've always wanted these, so screw it, bought it to do the second wheel because it's way easier than using the picks, and I will use it on other things. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, with those 3 screws out, just those little guys, you can take this cap off, and this is where normally most people would stop. You just try to pack as much grease in there as you can to get it to clean itself and lube itself. But when I took it apart, because mine was seized, I saw I had a snap ring here, and that's when I decided I was just going to use, well, first I guess I'll show you how I did it with these. I just tried a bunch of mix of different picks, and I ended up using, I think it was the 90-degree one and the like O-ring one, as I would call it, and I just pried it apart to get it off. Don't recommend, if you're new to this thing is a spring tension when you do that, and it could pop off, go missing. You don't want that. So this tool, I mean, I didn't buy it on sale. You could wait till it's on sale. It's like $60 Canadian new, I think, and it just goes into those little holes that you can probably see, and it picks off like that. And then you grab it with one hand, release the tension, get those out. Easy, so easy. I love it. Don't need these picks for anything at all. The hammer you might need, especially if yours is seized. The hammer is crucial if yours is seized. And you might also need sockets to like smack on stuff that you'll see under this cap. So that snap ring's off. There's a spring that snap ring keeps from popping out from winding and unwinding, and we're gonna get that out eventually, but first we gotta get this cap off of this side. And I just noticed when I was looking at mine, I was like, oh, well, look at that. There's 4 retaining clips that you just have to push, and I mean, depending on how weathered yours is, you might want to go slow and use like a second screwdriver on the opposite one, just to try to get them to lock out a little easier. It can be a little finicky. Maybe on the same side, probably easier. Yeah, just like that. So 2 on the same, like right adjacent to each other. All 4 of them are popped out. You can flip it. Just grab this and wiggle it out. And just like that, that's the cap. And with that cap out of the way, you have now access to the spring-loaded retention system on the axle, which we're also going to grease because it's easy, and clean it, and the spring for that, and this just holds that in place. So this is where you need the Phillips again. These are pretty tight, so make sure you really push down because you don't want to strip these out and have to find new ones. I'm not sure why they're that tight. I would not say they need to be, but I guess it does hold the axle on and whatever. And you'll see as I have all three of these lifted, loosened except this one, that it's wanting to lift from that spring. So you're going to want to hold it down while you actually take all these out, just to keep the spring from flying out. That out of the way, those out of the way, you can take this plate off, and it's obvious which way it goes because one side the screw heads are countersunk, or it's countersunk for screw heads, and that obviously is the side that the screw heads have to be on, not the side that's securing the push button. So I just also throw that in the tray, and now just carefully contain this till the spring pressure is gone, and there you have it. This is metal reinforced because it retains on your axle, so this is where you're going to want to grease, and I just use a brush and grease everywhere when I clean it. That way it slides even against the plastic. Alright, we're going to wipe around in here too. But this is where it gets pretty deep, and there is one more circlip. After this, disassembly is pretty simple. You just whack it out, especially if it's hopefully if it's not seized like this one. I mean, I know it's not seized. And that's just it. Like, you don't want to do this with the picks. This is way more controllable than the picks, and you can still do that with this. So with the picks, it'll just go flying and you'll never see it again if you're really unlucky. Now, you just... Oh yeah, that one was easy. So the hammer kind of knocked it out of there. This is where a socket is nice because it'll go through the inner diameter of the hole where it rotates, but it won't like hit the outside. So there, now I'm against the workbench, but you can see how it comes through the inner diameter there. Now on this side we can flip it around. You can see the spring is coming out with it on this one. I'm assuming that's what's supposed to happen because there's another part that the spring engages with because it connects the two. That is pretty tight, so I'm just going to hold it like this and whack the socket a little bit. And there we go. Socket falls through. This is the clutch spring, as it would be called. And the center kind of like piston, but it's not a piston, it's the drive axle interface. And basically how this works is this spring is wound just tighter than this drive axle, and just tighter than there's this inner barrel that it interfaces with, well, this way in here. So it's just smaller than those, so it kind of has to expand to go around them. And when it's driving forward, like it normally would, it actually tightens this spring, which clamps down on both of them and lets it drive forward. And then when you want to spin it backwards, like say if you're turning to one way or the other, that's why they're directional, because they both have to kind of be opposite ways with the spokes. And then when you pull back on it to turn, it loosens this spring up and allows one to just spin on the other. And then what happens is corrosion just gets it stuck. Like my other one, it was stuck to the barrel right here. So once I got it out, it was easy to just clean that up and make sure everything was re-greased really easily. But yeah, that's about it. You can see there's the grooves on either side of this that those snap rings engage with. Obviously this is where the axle engages with. But the whole thing fits together on that. I might be able to push it in there a little bit. Yeah, so it just pushes onto it, and now I have to separate it again because I want to clean it. And then this slides in here when it's operating properly. I think there might be some dirt and grit that I've got to clean up though, so I'll do that later. But yeah, that goes in there. What else did I want to mention? Oh yeah, the spring is, like, it's pretty hard to mess up. There's one side that has this kind of like tail to it, and that engages with a hole. I'm not sure if you can see it in the top of that, but you'll see it when you look down into yours, if this is a video relevant to you. And that tail just engages with that spring, and that's what holds the wheel side, and then it's just friction on this side. But yeah, I mean, the reassembly, obviously you're going to want to get in there with a good solvent. Best one would probably be isopropyl alcohol. You can clean these with brake cleaner if you have it, because they're metal, they're not going to be damaged, but this has a lot of plastic. I would stick with ISO. And yeah, that's it. I mean, watch the video backwards if you want to put it all back together. Main thing is, like, this spring, you just got to remember, like, the key to it is when you're putting it back together, you kind of want to unwind it, because that opens up the inside of it a little bit, makes it easier to stuff onto this. Or what you're actually going to be doing is putting it into here first, so that this tail can line up into that hole, and make sure that it's engaged by looking from the other side. You'll see the tail in that little keyhole. But yeah, just put it back together in reverse after cleaning this all up. Use some new grease. I have just some generic low temperature extreme grease. I don't even know what the spec is, but this is a low intensity operation, so I'm not worried. And it's easy to take apart and re-grease, especially with this snap ring tool. But yeah, that's it. Simple enough. I hope that helps.